Good morning everyone. This is class 12th, subject chemistry, chapter number 12, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Lecture number 8. In this lecture, I shall be discussing chemical reactions of carboxylic acids and at the end I will discuss the homework solution of lecture number 7. In the previous lecture, we were discussing on the acidity of carboxylic acids. Now next is reactions involving cleavage of carbon OH bond. First is formation of anhydride. Carboxylic acids on heating with mineral acids such as H2SO4 or with P2O5 give corresponding anhydride. So here is the acetic acid CH3 C double bond O OH. Now two molecules of acetic acid in presence of H plus. Followed by heating, it results in the formation of anhydride. From here, water molecule is lost and there is a carbon-oxygen carbon bond formation takes place between these two molecules of acetic acid, and here the anhydride is formed. So first is formation of anhydride. Carboxylic acids on heating with mineral acids such as H2SO4 or P2O5 results in the formation of corresponding anhydride. This is the anhydride of acetic acid and the general formula for anhydride is RC double bond O, O, C double bond O, R. This is the formula for anhydride. Next reaction is esterification. Carboxylic acids are esterified with alcohols or phenols in the presence of mineral acids such as concentrated H2SO4 or HCl, which act as a catalyst. So here is the reaction of carboxylic acid with alcohol results in the formation of ester and water molecule will be released. So here is the mechanism of this reaction. In presence of H plus, first step is protonation of the carbonyl oxygen activates the carbonyl group towards nucleophilic addition of the alcohol. So in first step, the lone pair of electron present on this carbonyl oxygen attack on this H plus and here the protonation takes place. Now in next step, the alcohol molecule will attack on this carbonyl carbon and here this tetrahedral intermediate is formed. Now after that, in third step, proton transfer takes place and from here water molecule will be lost and here this protonated ester is formed. And in the last step, removal of H plus results in the formation of this ester. So this is the mechanism of esterification. Reaction of carboxylic acid with alcohol in presence of H plus results in the formation of ester and water molecule. Here is the mechanism. I am repeating. First step is protonation of this carbonyl oxygen takes place by the donation of these lone pair of electron of oxygen to this H plus. So here in this first step, protonation of carbonyl oxygen takes place and in the second step, this alcohol molecule will attack on this carbonyl carbon and here this tetrahedral intermediate is formed. Now after this tetrahedral intermediate, proton transfer takes place and from here water molecule will be lost and this protonated ester is formed. Now the removal of H plus from this protonated ester results in the formation of ester and this is the mechanism of this reaction. Next is reaction with PCl5, PCl3 and SOCl2. The hydroxyl group of carboxylic acids behaves like that of alcohol and is easily replaced by chlorine atoms on treatment with PCl5, PCl3, SOCl2. So here is the reaction of carboxylic acid with PCl5. So this hydroxyl group of carboxylic acid is replaced by Cl and here this acyl chloride is formed. Along with this product, POCl3 and HCl is also formed. Now next is reaction of carboxylic acid with PCl3. So again in this case, the OH is replaced by Cl and along with this product H3PO3 is released. Now reaction of carboxylic acid with SOCl2, that is thionyl chloride. Now reaction of carboxylic acid with thionyl chloride results in the formation of acyl chloride and along with this SO2 and HCl is released. Here this hydroxyl group is easily replaced by Cl, and treatment of carboxylic acid with SOCl2 results in the formation of acyl chloride, that is RCOCl. Next is reaction with ammonia. Carboxylic acids react with ammonia to give ammonium salt, which on further heating at high temperature gives amides. So here is the reaction. Reaction of acetic acid with ammonia results in the formation of ammonium acetate, which is a salt. Now when we heat this ammonium acetate, water molecule will be lost and it converts to acetamide. Next example is if we treat benzoic acid with ammonia. So here ammonium salt of benzoic acid will form, and heating of this salt results in the formation of benzamide, that is benzene ring attached with CONH2, and the salt is ammonium benzoate. So reaction of carboxylic acid with ammonia results in the formation of ammonium salt, and which on further heating results in the formation of amide. Here one more example is written. Now in this case two carboxylic group are attached to benzene ring, or you can say this is benzene 1,2-dicarboxylic acid. So reaction of benzene 1,2-dicarboxylic acid with ammonia. So first ammonium salt is formed, that is benzene ring attached with CO negative NH4 positive, and the name for the salt is ammonium phthalate. Now heating of ammonium phthalate results in the formation of phthalimide, and if we further heat this phthalimide, it results in the formation of phthalimide. So this is the reaction of carboxylic acids with ammonia. Next is reactions involving COOH group. First is reduction reaction. Carboxylic acids are reduced to alcohols in presence of lithium aluminum hydride or B2H6 followed by hydrolysis. So first reaction is reduction reaction. Reaction of carboxylic acid or conversion of carboxylic acid to alcohol. So carboxylic acids are reduced to alcohol in presence of lithium aluminum hydride or in presence of B2H6 followed by hydrolysis. Carboxylic acids converts to alcohol. Next reaction is decarboxylation reaction. Carboxylic acids lose carbon dioxide to form hydrocarbons when their sodium salts are heated with soda lime. Mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide in 3:1, this is known as soda lime, and this complete reaction is known as decarboxylation reaction. So reaction of sodium salt of acid with NaOH and CaO on heating, it gives hydrocarbon and Na2CO3. This reaction is known as decarboxylation reaction. Next is substitution reaction in the hydrocarbon part in carboxylic acids. First is halogenation reaction. So here when carboxylic acid is treated with X2 in presence of red phosphorus and on treatment with water, here this carbon is alpha carbon. Now one of the hydrogen is replaced by halogen, and the name is alpha halocarboxylic acids. And this is the name reaction, and the name reaction is Hell-Wohlard-Zielinski reaction. So reaction of carboxylic acids with X2 in presence of red phosphorus followed by the treatment with water. Here this alpha carbon is having alpha hydrogen. Now this alpha hydrogen is replaced by halogen. Now if we further do the same reaction, that is if this alpha halocarboxylic acid is treated with X2 in presence of red phosphorus followed by water. So here one more hydrogen is replaced by this halogen, and here we will get this product. So the name reaction is, that is the above reaction is known as Hell-Wohlard-Zielinski reaction, or it is also known as HVZ reaction. So reaction of carboxylic acids containing alpha hydrogen are halogenated at alpha position on treatment with X2 in presence of small amount of red phosphorus to give alpha halocarboxylic acids, and this reaction is known as Hell-Vollard-Zielinski reaction. Next is ring substitution. Now, when benzene ring is attached with carboxylic group, this group is also deactivating group, and if we do the electrophilic substitution reaction in benzoic acid, here is the example of nitration of benzoic acid. Nitrating mixture is concentrated HNO3 in presence of concentrated H2SO4. The electrophile generated will be NO2 positive. Now the COOH is a deactivating group, and therefore it will substitute electrophile at meta position. So NO2 will be substituted at meta position, and here meta-nitrobenzoic acid is formed. Similarly, if we do the bromination of benzoic acid, so this carboxylic group is deactivating group, and therefore it will substitute Br at meta position, and here this meta-bromobenzoic acid is formed. So these are the reactions, chemical reactions of carboxylic acids. This is all about chapter number 12. Now I will be discussing the homework solution of lecture number 7. Question number 12.12. Arrange the following in increasing order of their acidic strength. So here 3 carboxylic acids are given, and in these 2 carboxylic acids Br is attached, and this is simple 2-methyl propanoic acid, 2-bromo-butanoic acid, 3-bromo-butanoic acid, 2-methyl propanoic acid. Now here in these 2 acids Br group is attached, and therefore Br is electron withdrawing. It will show minus I effect, whereas this methyl substituent it will show plus I effect. Now, as we know that inductive effect is distance dependent. In first carboxylic acid, Br is attached at second position, and in second carboxylic acid, Br is attached at third position. Therefore, minus I effect of Br is more in first acid as compared to second, because in first acid it is present at second position, and in second it is present at third position. Whereas in case of 2-methyl propanoic acid, this methyl group it will show plus I effect, and therefore it will decrease the acidic strength. So increasing order of acidic strength is third is least acidic, after that second, and the most acidic is first. Next is benzoic acid, 4-nitrobenzoic acid, 3,4-dinitrobenzoic acid. So here NO2 group is an electron withdrawing group, and when this NO2 group is attached at benzene ring, it will show minus I as well as minus R effect. Now here in the second acid only 1 nitro group is there, whereas in third compound 2 nitro groups are present. Therefore the effect will be more, and the acidic strength of this acid is maximum among these 3 acids. So the increasing order is first is least acidic, then second, and the third is most acidic. Question number 16 is describe the following. First is acetylation, Cannizzaro reaction, Cross-Aldol condensation, and decarboxylation reaction. So all these reactions are covered during the lectures. You can write down the equations from the respective lectures. Next is question number 12.18. Give plausible explanation for each of the following. First is cyclohexanone forms cyanohydrin in good yield, but 2,2,6-trimethyl cyclohexanone does not. This is the structure of cyclohexanone, and this is 2,2,6-trimethyl cyclohexanone. As we know that cyanohydrin is the example of nucleophilic addition reaction on aldehydes and ketones. Now in 2,2,6-trimethyl cyclohexanone, due to steric hindrance, the attack of nucleophile is difficult on this carbonyl carbon. Whereas in case of cyclohexanone, there is no hindrance, and because of this, cyclohexanone forms cyanohydrin in good yield, but 2,2,6-trimethyl does not. Due to steric hindrance, the nucleophile cannot attack easily on this carbonyl carbon, and therefore cyanohydrin in good yield is not obtained in case of 2,2,6-trimethyl cyclohexanone. Next question is, there are two NH2 groups in semicarbazide. However, only one is involved in the formation of semicarbazone. Here is the reaction of carbonyl group with semicarbazide. Now here two NH2 groups are present, but only this NH2 is involved in the formation of semicarbazone, because this nitrogen is involved in the resonance with this carbonyl group, and therefore these lone pairs are not available for the attack on the carbonyl carbon. That is why only this nitrogen is involved in the formation of semicarbazones. Third is, during the preparation of esters from a carboxylic acid and an alcohol in the presence of an acid catalyst, the water or the ester should be removed as soon as it is formed, because this reaction is reversible, and if the water or the ester is not removed, again it will convert back to carboxylic acid and an alcohol. So the conversion of ester from carboxylic acid and an alcohol is a reversible reaction. Therefore, water or the ester should be removed as soon as it is formed. Question number 20. Although phenoxide ion has more number of resonating structures than carboxylate ion, carboxylic acid is a stronger acid than phenol. Why? The answer for this question is carboxylate ion. That is, when we draw the resonating structure of carboxylate ion, these two resonating structures are equivalent and the negative charge is present at more electronegative oxygen atom. Whereas if we draw the resonating structures of phenoxide ion, although the number of resonating structures are more, but the negative charge is delocalized on less electronegative carbon atom. Or you can say that these resonating structures are not equivalent because the negative charge is present at oxygen and less electronegative carbon atom. Whereas in case of carboxylate ion, the negative charge is present at more electronegative oxygen atom, and these two structures are equivalent. Therefore, we can say that carboxylic acid is a stronger acid as compared to phenol. So this is all about homework solution of lecture number 7. Homework for today's lecture is, you have to solve complete NCERT in-text questions and NCERT exercise questions. This is the homework for today's lecture. Thank you. Please like and subscribe this channel.